trooper riding in the night. Heart of gold, but ready to fight. Standing tall, doing what's right. Shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I've gotta keep. Breaking chains, leaving pain behind. Calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around. Justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again.
Warning: the following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. Oh, what the fuck? That was a bit weird. That was a bit weird. Well, good morning, everybody. How's everyone? I hope that everyone is doing fine and dandy and all that good stuff. I don't even know how to start with this one. Well, first things first. Hi, Squid. Good morning. First things first. I really don't know how to approach this one. Excuse me a second. What do you mean no sound? Where was I? Hang on a minute. Someone said there's no sound, so I'm going to check. What a freaking start to this. Hey? There you go. You should be able to hear me a little bit better now. Yeah? Right. Good morning, peasants. Wait, what? No. I did not get you sick. Don't blame me. That's your own freaking fault. I told you not to run around wet. That's what happens when you go swimming in a pond. Anyway, right. But anyway, so first of all, let's go through. Let's see who's participating in the chat today. So remember, guys, hit that like button, and I'm going to say good morning to Ali Riddle, Debbie Webb, Heidi Mitchell, Janet Chavant, is it Chavant? Kirby Johnson, the lurker, the tanky Roy, Sart Mitch. Oh, I forgot to do something, Sart Mitch. By the way, guys, if you want to help out, please go and help out Sart Mitch. If you can. I am going to post the link into here. Please go and help him out. He needs a bit of support. It's not much, but go and help him out. I'm just going to pin the link there. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, holy crap. I mean, right. Okay. So what was I doing? Oh yeah. Let me do one thing at a time. Let me say good morning. I'm all over the place this morning, so just leave me alone. Yeah, and then obviously Squid Poco, Tammy, Vicky, and Mary Walters. Good morning, everybody. And Gail Judkins is here as well. Disabled Dahlia is here as well. Mrs. Wright is here as well. Bloody hell, you're all coming in this morning. Anyway, so but what was I going to say before I really interrupted myself? People, you can't make this shit up. You just can't make this shit up. I'm sorry, I'm going to swear today, so get used to it. You just can't make this shit up. Like the fact that you've got absolute buffoons on Facebook, on the hate Facebook group, attacking each other, trying to intimidate and threaten and God knows what else. And then you've got the judge. You got the you see what I mean? I can't even get the blinking words out. I cannot get this shit out. This is just surreal. It is absolutely surreal. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a type of, I always give people the benefit of doubt. But I tell you one thing, this time, the benefit of doubt, yeah, no. I've been saying all this time that Deuce Boy is going to end up losing his license to practice law. And everyone was saying I was full of shit. Well, put it this way, to be terminated by a judge, it's not like you withdrawn or you being fired or anything else. And that's what we're going to come to today, right? We're going to do a little bit of a recap. I mean, come on. Seriously, guys, what could possibly go wrong? Right? What seriously could possibly go wrong? I mean, like, I mean, hang on a minute. I just need to. I need to do this. I mean, this is what I hear in my head every time I just think about some of the people that that are involved in this, and this is what I hear in my head. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spawn Troopers show. Or stream, not a show, it's a stream. Where today we're going to be talking about people with the IQ of a swamp slug. So please take your time, fetch your browser, and get your coffee. Or whatever type of drink you would like to drink at this time of the day. Yeah, but anyway, seriously, I mean, this you can't make this shit up, right? So here, to recap, right, to put in my own words, because when I'm on like when I'm on Squid Stream and everything else, I try not to I will give my opinion, but I don't want to sort of like contradict or anything. But here I say for me, even though if I'm on Squid's or someone else's stream, I try to be as respectful as I can. But the judge, thinking about it last night and this morning, I think the judge, has got something up his sleeve that Bruce is not going to like, and this is where Bruce is going to hear this little tone in the back of his head, and it's going to go like this.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Right? Because at the end of the day, he has. I mean, through this whole case and through everything that's happened, this is the expression that he's had on his face. Right? He's looked in the mirror, and every time he's looked in the mirror, this is what he's seen. The concern, the worries, the bag under his eyes. All right? And he's lied, good morning, Gary. He's lied through his teeth. And not just once, multiple times. And I've discussed that a long time ago. There's different things, about him whining and whinging that he couldn't get the documents because, Silverman was still owed $16,000 for legal fees. The fact that he suddenly appeared just when the Krampons, for example, jumped on the bandwagon and basically used Lynette, Preston, and John Cook for the money. Now, look, I don't hate anybody in this. I just don't like people who lie. I don't like people who fabricate stories or fabricate bullshit and then expect people to just believe what they say. All right? As simple as that. It's like the perfect example, the big difference. But I mean, like last night I found a video. I sent it to Squid Pro Quo. And she obviously we both were a little bit taken back because it made what we were investigating or what we were discussing, what we were analyzing, i.e. the NTSB thing, it made it too real. So we're not going to use that, but I just thought I'd say that. Anyway, so here we are yet again. So let's chat. Okay, let's chat. Because one way or the other, we have to. The fact that Bruce has lied through his teeth, the fact that he's fabricated stories, the fact that he's copied and pasted, we all know this. But here's one thing that I've been noticing. A lot of people, they've been posting, how can I put it? They've been posting videos, clips from the Krampons. Basically them admitting a while back that they were the PR team, that they speak for Lynette Preston, and then suddenly they do a 180. I mean, we've seen that on a lot of circumstance with these people. But the most important thing you have to remember is consistency, right? When someone is always lying through their teeth or someone is trying to sell a story, right, they will go on and on and on and on and on and on and on about it, but at the same time, they will not show you 1 ounce of proof. Or if they do, it will be edited, it would be mixed, it will be, you'll have people sitting there supporting what that one person said. Now, when you look at the Krampons, right, the used tampons, when you look at them and listen to them, right, what's happening? One or the other is always supporting the other one. So that means, like, if, say, for example, I say the moon is smaller, the moon is bigger than the Earth, and Squid says, yeah, absolutely, yeah, you're absolutely right at that. And then I say, well, the moon is, is whatever, right? And Squid goes, yeah, that's exactly true. That's exactly true. With no factual or substantive evidence, right? Then people should realize. But the thing is, you have to understand. There's a lot of people who are very uneducated. They're very they will believe what they hear, and this before they believe what they'll see. Yeah. Now, one thing you have to remember is that there are some people who are anonymous. I've always said that anonymous people have got very low IQ, right? However, there are some of the anonymous posters putting up things that are very interesting. the contradictions in terms is to say the least. If you look at some of the videos, the clips that are being put up, right, and then suddenly you'll get people attacking. You'll get people who, for example, trying to entice myself or other people, even people I can't stand, and try to entice them into responding. Now, for me, it's entertainment. I just like to fucking play, press the buttons and play. Excuse me. Let me just have a drink here. Now, the fact that the judge has now ordered, terminated Bruce's position, but have kept him on as an advisory, right? This is for me, tells me he's keeping Bruce close to his chest. So when he does slap him with sanctions, it's gonna fucking hurt. All right, and the fact that Lynette, Preston, or John Cook at any time since that motion went in on the 9th, since that motion has gone in, has anyone here, if you have, press 2. Press 1. If you haven't, press 2. At no time have I or anyone who I have spoken to seen any type of response or any type of acknowledgement that they fired him, that what he wrote in that motion is true. Point 1. Point 2, everything he has put in there, right, is basically like an opening statement for a court case. He was told to explain why he didn't turn up. And all he done is lied through his teeth. Now, I've seen some people making rumors that, oh, yeah, he's going to do a runner. He's going to go back to Armenia, blah, this, blah, that. I mean, if he would have done that, why did he make his wife the manager of his LLC? But then again, I mean, she's probably as dumb as he is. But then again, we don't live there. We don't know what's going on. All right? Now, what gets me with this whole thing is that, there's moderators in different streams blocking people. I mean, it's happened to me. It's happened to other people. When you go into prominent individuals who are part of this and people are being blocked. Now, is it because of the mods? Are there moderators in these streams who have taken a dislike to individuals? Irrelevant. It doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to lose any sleep, over stuff like that. But the thing is, there's a lot of stuff going on in the background at the moment that makes me think, do you know what? Lynette, Preston, John Cook should just put their hands up and go, yeah, we quit, because they're going to lose. They're going to lose everything. The fact that we've got the thumbnail case coming up, the fact that there's countersuits going on against them, and a lot of people seem to lose the track that with all this involved and everything that's going on, okay, it's like basically it's like chaos in Otter Creek. It is chaos in Otter Creek Saga. I have called this the Otter Creek Saga of 2024. But now I'm calling it chaos in the Otter Creek Saga, right? And the reason I'm calling it that is because every single person who has been involved in this on the anti-what the hell's ecosystem, okay, all they have done is attack, lie, and deceive people. And so many people have ignored a lot of this, and other people have basically been dragged into it, or they're sort of like on the fence. Now, let me tell you one thing right now. All right. One thing that's pissing me off, and I don't care what anyone else's opinion is. This is my personal opinion. What is really pissing me off is the lack of involvement with the CPS. And I'm going to continue to say this until I actually see it, right? The CPS, the police, state police, obviously if Levy County Sheriff's Department can't do their job, then it needs to go to someone who can. There's all this say about, the feds coming and checking and this and all that shit. I haven't seen any proof of that. What I want to see is a state police or someone higher that can outrank the Levy County Sheriff's Department and actually start getting involved in this. The second thing is CPS. Okay. Now, if the CPS, what we have seen so far, people saying, oh, it was 11 calls, it was 24 calls, it was 27. There's so many different variations of what was called, right? But there's no one ever has actually stated, oh, we had this and this call. There was at one point someone was saying that Fish and Game went to that property 11 times. No, yeah, it was 11 times. That's absolutely not true. That's not true. They only went to that property once, from what I have seen. Now, if they've been there a couple of times, I don't know. But from what I have witnessed and I've seen, they've only been to that property once. The fact that people are assuming that this Jeff guy who lives next door to the town hall has got a problem with Belinda, they happen to have the same fence, because we don't have any transparency from the Krampons, right? No one can prove, or you can only stipulate. You can only allege that there's a possibility that those fence panels are from the same fence panel packages that they got. Again, hi, Steve. Again, another problem. RICO. Okay. Bruce contacted multiple witnesses of this case that he shouldn't be doing. That comes under federal and state RICO laws. The fact that there's also international I'm just saying it's allegedly speculation that there's been international payments made to the Krampons. They haven't shown any type of legal transactions or any receipts whatsoever. And the fact that, from what I've heard, that in the United States, you can have up to $10,000 as a gift. After that, it gets taxed, and then it comes under the IRS radar. Now, is that true? Is it fake? Is it true? I don't know. Who cares? But the fact of the matter is, there are so many people bouncing all over the shop, making up crap and talking shit, but no one is staying on the actual factual thing, right? Now, as far as I'm concerned, right, Deuce Boy better get himself a really freaking good lawyer. The second thing is, there is no way on this planet that a hard-working solicitor, lawyer, whatever you want to call him in the United States, when they take a look at this case and they go, all right, let me have a look at this. And they look at all the motions and everything else, and they see the behavior from the depositions. You've got the subpoenas going to people willing to do the depositions, or failing to, or unwanted, not turning up. And all this is allowed to happen with no interaction from any courts or any jurisdictional marshal, whatever. They're going to take a look and go, yeah, right. No, no. Yeah, me's gone. Yeah, take care, fam. No. And the fact that there's a lot of people who fabricate stories day in, day out. Day in, day out. It's absolute chaos now. Now, the fact that you've got people who were on the receiving end of frivolous lawsuits, literally lies, and this has been proven. Why the fuck is the court not richly taking Bruce, throwing him in jail, taking Lynette and John, throwing them in jail, putting that child in protective custody, or putting that child, handing that child to the family, even if it's temporary, so that child can be in a safe and a positive environment? Why is this still going on? I see so many people going, oh, this, that, oh, the child this, oh, the child that. Well, okay. Why aren't the newspapers involved in this? Why has this case gone on longer? Well, gone on longer than some of the fucking murder cases I've seen people do. And there's been cases that are 20 times more serious than this, and they've lasted less time than this has. Explain that to me. And the hypocrisy with some of the people that, 1 minute, oh yeah, we're doing this, and they're making fun out of stuff where they should be going, you know what, you need to shut your mouth, because if you don't, it's going to be an extra page, an extra motion on the lawsuit. The fact that you've got people like the Krampons, Crusher, and other people still flapping their guns, still going on, talking about this, still attacking and calling people God knows what. The fact that people are saying, oh, yeah, that 56,000 was for me. No, it wasn't. That was for the Barnuminium. There's factual proof of that. There is actually verbal audio proof of that. And that's been publicized. So why are accounts or YouTube accounts like that still allowed to continue, right, to spread deceit and lies? Why is that? Anyone explain that to me? I'm just asking. These are questions here, and the fact that this has been going on for so long. I know a lot of people are going to be disappointed that the magistrate decided to, but being terminated is one thing, because now the magistrate technically he can contact the boards, right, the disciplinary boards or the bars associations and say, hey, this and this and this and this and this. I mean, I hope he does it. I really do hope he does it, because I don't think Bruce Matskin, right, should be practicing law. I mean, I'm no expert on this, but I mean, I've seen shitty lawyers, but that guy, that's not an attorney. That guy, you know, he like 26 plus years. Really? Why? What? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's like this whole case. Well, Nashoa, if there is proof of that, oh boy, yeah, that's money laundering. That is money laundering. And I'm not going to get into depth for that, because to be honest with you, I apologize to people who may find this offensive. All right, and I really humbly do apologize, but I really don't give a flying fuck anymore. All right, and the reason being is because I am not going to talk until I'm blue in the face, because people just ignore what I say anyway. Well, they ignore the factual things, because I've been saying this from day one. There's no transparency. There's no proof. There's nothing. I mean, you've got people calculating that they've probably made over $200 plus $1,000. You know, some people, and the fact of the matter is, if you got one individual, you just have to put yourself in step out of the box and look at this from the outside, right? One individual, just one individual. That's beside the point, Nashoa. Just one individual donated 56,000. Now, I'm still thinking it was dollars, because he did say himself it was dollars. But if he donated $56,000, that's $56,000. But if he donated £56,000, that's $70,000. Right, so that's already that's already nearly $100,000. Then you have to take into consideration all the fucking gift cards, all the money gifts, everything else. Right, everything but here's one thing, ladies and gentlemen, that you need to not add to this grifting, is the fact that, and here's the problem though, you have to, but then you don't, right? You've got any super chats, all right? Memberships, you can't add to it, because memberships is basically that's channel level, okay? You can't donate by giving channel memberships. You can't donate. It has to be super chat or something else, because in super chat you can put your comment in there. If you can say, this is for the Bannerman, this is for HG, this is for Christmas present, that is then considered a donation. You can't turn around as a channel owner and say, oh, well, it was a super chat. No, it wasn't. It was a donation. No, it was a super chat. No, a super chat will change the moment it has words in it where it said, this is for something. Yeah. All right. So there's a difference. Yeah, and the thing is, this is what got me. There was a video clip of Tory going off on one, saying about grifting and everything else, and then trying to explain what a grift is. At the end of the day, you're trying to, and I hope those two freaking xenomorphs, those. If individuals are listening to this, all right, you have ripped off so many people and you've taken the advantage of their kindness, of their inability to actually know that you're lying and that you've been cheating them. Okay. And it's everyone has seen this. But the thing is, the fact that you're still allowed to publicize all this, and the fact that you're still allowed to sit on your platform and you are still allowed to open your mouth. And here's the thing: you jumped on this the moment you realized Jeremy Hells was involved, because Lisa Rabuse, you have had a personal vendetta against that man from day one, even before Lynette and John Cook appeared on the radar. That is your downfall, right? And people, if you're out there and you know people who've donated to them, right, you need to tell them to stop donating. If unless it's official, like a GoFundMe, or they're doing it because on YouTube, YouTube has a setup where you can go and you can do a fundraiser via YouTube. Right, it makes it official. You get that umbrella of protection, that legal umbrella of protection over you. Right, I can't remember what it's called anymore, but there is a setup in YouTube that you can do, right? But that's another thing. But the fact, everything, if you look at this whole fubar of a shitfest, okay, everything, it's orchestrated. It was organized because you've got Mr. Magoo and Skeletor, right? You got those two clowns. One spent time as a federal prisoner, right, for fraud and making threats, and I think taking someone's freedom of movement away from them. That was in the newspapers, so I'm just speculating on that, right? And who looks like he shouldn't go anywhere near the only thing he should approach is a salad bar. And the other one, right, I mean, like, it's like these guys are butthurt and they're trying to get fame. They're doing exactly the same thing that Bruce is doing, the same MO, right? They're posting shit, they're talking about all this, right? Why is that? Because they know they'll get attention, because it's about Jeremy Hells. It is part of it is a RICO conspiracy, but right now, here's the thing. Once all these court cases, this is what I've been saying to everybody. Once these court cases are done, once everything is done, what are people going to do? What are people going to do? What are the Krampons going to do? What's Bone Crusher going to do? What are all the people going to do? Because I know that Megan, I know what she's going to do. She's going to carry on covering different stories. She's a journalist. Tug's going to carry on different stories as well. Okay, Jeremy and George, they're going to start doing their storage things again and everything else, and probably take a break from YouTube for a while to, decompress and, recharge those batteries. Okay. Right, me, I'm going to carry on doing my gaming, and I probably might because once all this is done, I'm going to go more gaming oriented. But I am going to. I mean, I've made some really. This is well, not contradictory, but I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot through this. I've made some really, really, really good friends, to a point where I'm actually quite considering going on camera and showing my face to some of them. which I don't do. I've never done. That's why I said, there's a little bit of hypocrisy going on, right? Because like, it's unbelievable how quick you can make very genuine good friends, and how quick you can figure people out. And on the flip side of that, I've also met how quick you can meet the most toxic, most negative people on this planet. And unfortunately, that's the internet, and there's nothing you can do about that. But the fact that I've met really, really nice people, all I want to say is thank you very much for your trust. Thank you very much for your input, and thank you very much for being you. And that's the important thing, because at the end of the day, if we put all this shit to one side, if we take everything and put everything to one side, we are all human beings who need communication. We communicate, right? And every single person cares about something that you've seen. Very funny, Roy. But one thing I can say is that when all this is done and over with, when people start walking away, they're either going to walk away in shock or they're going to walk away in regret. Because at the end of the day, there's going to be people who've done stuff they would have never done in reality, in IRL. Online, it's a different ballgame, but IRL is another thing. The way I am here right now is exactly the way I am in IRL. The only difference is here you don't see me, then you will. And that's one thing I like about this community, because it's not just this community, it's Squid Pro Quo's community, it's Ratter's community. There are people who I've come across and I've met, right? Like SMN, Roy, Squid, Joseph, a lot of veterans, a lot of brothers in arms and sisters in arms, right? And they've proven to me that there's only a minority of a group of assholes, not a majority. Yeah. And that also goes with civvies as well. But when you look at this whole picture, this whole fucking picture about Otter Creek and everything else, Otter Creek has now made itself famous. Yeah, she is a pain in the ass, actually, when in person. Sorry, what? Anyway, no, you didn't hear that, did you?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Anyway, so, but going back to the Krampons and that, the thing is, people say they haven't heard from Jabba the Hutt, where's he, what's going on with him. No one cares about him. No one cares. He was the catalyst. He was partial catalyst with the emails, right? He was partial to catalyst, and it was all done deliberately. It was all staged and planned. Hello, Snowflower, my darling. All right, it was all staged and planned. Everything they do is staged and planned. And then you get the little minions who run around and then post on Facebook and then go into channels and troll and everything else, right? Seriously. As far as I'm concerned, this is now over. The Otter Creek Saga is over. All we now need to do is sit back and actually watch how Bruce, excuse me, how Bruce Matskin is going to have his arse handed to him. All right, and I'm looking forward to that. I am really, really looking forward to that. I did, but you're not wrong. You crossed me online. I actually state you crossed me in real life. I make it a mission to make your... Yeah, exactly. And I consider you a friend. I mean, if I was in the States right now and you or Mr. Squid or Mummy Squid or Daddy Squid phoned me up and said, hey, I've got an issue, I'll go, whose car are we using? That's all I would say. That's it. I'll just say whose vehicle are we using? Because at the end of the day, a friend, I've had friends in real life here who've had problems. Like when my friend, just before Christmas, before his mother passed away, he phoned me up I didn't waste any time. I went down there. I spent over 45 minutes on the ground hugging this guy, right? Making sure he didn't fucking destroy anything, right? And he's not a weak guy. He is a very strong guy. And that's what friends do. That's what friends do. But when you've got someone who uses someone else to benefit from what the shit they're in, this is what the Krampons have done. This is what Jabba the Hutt's done. Jabba the Hoot, sorry. That's what Bone Crusher's done. That's what they've all done. They've taken, Lynette and John, yeah, they deserve to be legally, protected. Everyone has the right to that. Yes, they're definitely far from being angels or being perfect. But the thing is, everyone seems to forget one single individual. There's one individual that people seem to forget, and that is that child. People need to concentrate on that child. No, I don't say go and post pictures of that child. No. I'm talking about the fact that that child, right, should have, because here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, Ewoks and Wookiees, if Deuce Boy is fucking proud enough to put her name on a legal document, she's only 5 years old, she can't speak for herself, but he's put her on a legal document as a defendant in one of the cases, or I think it was one, yeah, right? Really? How much are you going to use this child? How many times are you going to weaponize this child? How many times are you going to use and abuse this child? And I'm talking not physical, I'm talking, in regards of using her as a, bill post or, weaponizing her for arguments. Yeah. How many times are you going to do that until someone steps in and someone with the authority steps in and does something about it? When? How many times? The fact that the judge has allowed high-rise, right? The fact that the judge has allowed Deuce Boy, right, to communicate between the courts and them, is because I think he knows full well that they don't even know that he's quit. So Deuce Boy is going to play this off going, right, okay, yeah, I've been terminated. Look, the judge has terminated my employment. You now need to seek other legal support, right? And then I give it in the next couple of days, right, because at some point they'll get notified. In the next couple of days, you're going to see them both kicking off. There's going to be post after post after post, and that's when, right, that's when we see the infighting. If you think they've been infighting now, nothing. You watch the infight happen. You watch the infighting start, because it's going to happen. Because I don't think they have had any knowledge whatsoever about him quitting. That's my opinion. Exactly, Taz. That child needs to be protected, not exploited. I tell you, here, I'm going to give you a perfect example. That 5-year-old child who lives in Otter Creek needs a mother like Squid Pro Crow. That child needs a mother like Squid Pro Crow. That's what HG needs. And I'm not just saying it because she's here. I'm saying it because it's fact. And any person here who's a parent will understand exactly what I'm saying. Oh, no, wrong one. Hey, Squid, so would I actually when it comes to Raz. And you know what gets me? And you know what gets me? Right, what really pisses me off? I mean, I could say stuff right now that would blow quite a few people out of the fucking water. They would go. They would go from seaman to space cadet within seconds. All right, because like I said, the best part of them run down their mum's leg. Is fact. Right, but when it comes to that child, I'd rather see that child. I would rather see that child with someone who will take care of that child, not sit there and use that child like they have done over the last 4 years. because that's exactly what they've done. Prove me wrong, haters. Prove me fucking wrong. Because I doubt very much you can. Because the minute you open your mouth, I'll show you some newspaper clippings, and not just one, multiple. I'll show you video clips where photos of that child were used. I really want to say something right now, but I know I can't. I know for a fact it will get me in trouble. I know 100% it'll get me in trouble. Well, even though I wouldn't give a flying crap if it did. But, yeah. Yeah. Because all you'd see is like most wanted, and then all you'd hear in the background is this.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Because I put myself in that situation. Yes. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? But now, hey, actual fact, good point. Rattus, I got a question for you. Do you have a night when Rattus, I hope you're still here, by the way. Do you have a night when I was in the street in What the Hell stream, and I tagged you? Did you see that? Did you see me tag you and say hello to you? I'm just waiting for his answer, but he's trying to press. Hey, Rattus, leave Squid alone for a moment. I just asked you a question. I mean, there's so much more I would like to say, but hang on a minute. I need to. Let people know I'm no. Where's Eric? I saw nothing, just a mouse stream. I joined, say hi, and disappear like far. Right, yeah, because I actually said hello to you in that stream twice, and I even did at. I did that. So that's just answered my question that I had, because that's what I did there. I tagged you. So yeah, good. At least I know. But anyway, so yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, right, I'm waiting for the federal cases to kick in, and that's when I'm glad I pulled away from all this shit, because to be honest with you, I saw the shitstorm coming. And to be honest with you, I'm trying to avoid the BSing that's been going on, and the fact that every time I've called it, most of the time I've been right. Most of the time I've been right. Do you know what? I'm very tempted to bring. I did say I don't want to be a hypocrite, but I did say I wasn't going to bring anyone on the stream. But yeah, I think I've heard a rumor that there are certain mods going around blocking certain individuals from What the Hell's, Travis, Tugs, and Megan Stream. So I don't know if that's true. It's just allegedly. I don't really care. Good afternoon, Missy Lady. Hi, sweetheart. I don't really care. All I care about are the facts, the truth, and the evidence. But what I am going to do, I forgot what I was going to do now. Oh, yeah. What I am going to do is I'm going to take a quick nature break. I need to go and see the porcelain god. So, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy a song that was, I'm surprised JK's not here, by the way. And also Flashbang. Oh, I needed Flashbang come in. But please, for the next 3 minutes, because obviously I am really dying for you know what I mean. And so enjoy the little dance. Get yourselves ready for a little bit of a boogie. And I shall be right back.
Warriors, all the brethren in Swansea, in Wrexham, in Merthyr Tydfil, from Penwhite Fan to Port Talbot. Beat up yourself. Span come to mash up Babylon with some proper Welsh reggae. See, whoa, tidy vibes from the hillside, son. Spawn trooper know the reggae man. Coal dust clear, the fire's begun. Rode the valleys in his army gear. Now he chants with the sheep and a dragon near. From the pubs to the coast, he's spreading cheer. And the bass line rolling like a panta beer. He said, bagpipes, now I've got a dub plate. And I swap my shield for a ganja crate. Now the miners sing in harmony, while he stank by the harp in sweet unity. Spawn Molly, the reggae man with the Welshman pride. Spawn Molly, shout you a love down the break-on side. Spawn Molly, from the castle ruins to the Dumpton line. Spawn Molly, he blessed Babylon with valley might. My Holland is glary, you just a minute glass. Spawn Molly downs, you feel staring no ras. De moving gani drag me and carry your head, which oh Jamaica, I jimmer in my river. The sun shines over the blue mountains. Spawn Molly dances like a star from the race. He fears no dragon, he carries peace. From Jamaica to Wales, the red dome explodes. Oh, the Welshman got that irie glow. He blending dub with the sheepdog flow. From Cardiff docks to Snowdon Peak, Spawn Molly chant what the spirits seek. Spawn Molly, no more trooping in the wind and rain. Spawn Molly, he chant down sorrow, he chant down pain. Spawn Molly, with daffodils tucked in his locks. He the reggae king of the Celtic rock sequence. Molly, similar to the world. I read forever, ever, ever.
Yes, and there you go. God, God, I feel much better. I needed that. Yeah, but anyway, oh, Miss Lady, you poorly? You lost your voice. I bet everyone's really. No, I'm only joking. So, guys, let's have some coffee, shall we? So, if you haven't got your beverage, go and get yourself a beverage. And you know what? time to do some shout outs. I need to do a thumbnail for that. So right, first things first. Obviously, go and check out Squid Proquel. Okay, and then obviously we've got we got Missy Lady as well. So we're doing some shout outs for people today. Why not? All right. Then we got Ratters. Where are you? Where are you? You're rat. There you go. Then we got Ratters. Okay. So if you're not subscribed to any of these, go and knock on that freaking door, kick it down. Okay. What the anyway, who else? Wait a minute. There was someone. Who have I forgot? Who the hell have I got? I forgot. Oh yeah, and JK. He is the author and the person who made that song for me. All right. So go and check him out. All right. And oh, right. Okay. It sounds like a plan. To do by Navage. Oh, God. Right. So, yeah. Go and check all these guys out. Don't forget the link at the top. Please go and help out Sart Mitch. Okay. It's not a lot. He's only helping for a bit of support because of obviously things that have cropped up, and show him some little love, so a little bit of love and some support. He has been very transparent with me. I've seen the bill and everything else, so there is transparency. Okay, so if you want to go and help him out, please do. All right, and he will put updates on that GoFundMe, so basically everyone is up to date. Imagine 2 vets on a stream basis spawn. Oh, yeah. Hey, listen, I know how. Look, torpedoes, holes in boats, water. Yeah, glug 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 glug. They go from seamen to submariners. Yeah, don't even go there. Don't even go there. Don't even there. And also, a friend of mine. I'm not saying who it was, but a friend of mine yesterday. They had a freaking earthquake. A freaking earthquake. I was like, yeah, I bet, yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, and my response was, yeah, you shouldn't be telling me about what you do in your private life. And like, I'm glad that actually made that individual smile, because I think the people were a little bit afraid. So yeah, they had an earthquake. Believe it or not, that's scary. I cause earthquakes all the time in my household. It's quite a big household. Sometimes even my queen, when I go into the annex, because I've turned that into like my man cave. And basically when I disappear into there, she's the happiest woman on this planet. As soon as I walk back into the house, it's like, what do you want? And I'm like, oh, okay. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah. No, it's not. It's. I say it's a different topic, because the thing is, people need to be reminded of all the bullshittery and the lies and deceptions and everything else that goes on, and the fact that now it's now official that Deuce Boy is terminated. The word terminated. Has been terminated. Yeah. Funny. What I do, hey, listen, when I go and sit on my throne, when I sit on my throne, it is fun. If the Thunder Cows fell, it would feel like an earthquake. Actual fact, I tell you one thing: if those two fell off their chair, right, I would say that, like, the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, wait a minute, no, you've named it something else now, haven't you? What did you name it? I'm not. Yeah, I don't care. It's the Gulf of Mexico, as far as I'm concerned. You would just see this tidal wave. You'd see Key West disappear underwater. Oh, Rattus, you are a sick monkey. You know that, don't you? You're a sick monkey, boy. I tell you. Yeah. Yeah. There used to be a German goalkeeper called Seaman. Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, guys, just remember, right? Always use common sense when you read. I mean, like, I keep on going back to the actual court, the actual the court case. You know, and it's like I'm gonna read this out again because you need to right. The matter is before the court on the motions to withdraw as attorney Doc 126 that was filed by defendant's counsel. In the motion, defendant's counsel states that he seeks to withdraw because his clients have discharged him as their attorney. Now, my question is this: does the court take the word of a lawyer, or do they want proof? Is there any evidence upon that statement that they have discharged him? Right, and I like the way the judge uses the word discharged. Discharged. Him as an attorney. Upon review of the motion, it is hereby ordered that 1, the motion to withdraw as attorney, December Doc 126, is granted. Bruce Prick Manskin is relieved of further representation of demands in his case. The court will reserve jurisdiction, and this is where people need to listen very carefully. The court will reserve jurisdiction to decide the issue of sanctions against Mr. Matskin. Therefore, the clerk of the court shall ensure that Mr. Matskin continues to receive docket entry notifications, even though he is no longer counsel defendant. Basically, the judge is keeping him on that little hook. Deuce Boy, you're not going anywhere, no matter if you're representing or not. You are now officially on a really juicy hook. So if you think that you're gonna get away with all your excuses, yeah, no, you're not. You is fucked. Anyway, 3. Mr. Matskin must provide defendants with the copy of this order. He must also provide defendants with the complete and accurate copy of their entire file within 7 days of this order. So basically, that was done on the 14th of the 4th. So on the 21st, all right, I wonder, will Lynette Preston put up, or wouldn't it be an idea for someone, or, hey, Krampons, if you're listening, all right then, Missy lady, you go back to bed, sweetheart. Be nice. What do you mean, be nice? What do you mean, be nice, Taz? Explain that comment. Why should I be nice? Explain. Explain that, Taz, please. Okay, while you're responding, I'm going to carry on. My defense must copy. So here's the thing. Here's the dilemma that Deuce Boy's in. Okay, all right. If he has lied, the fact that they've fired him, and he takes this document to them, and they turn around and say, "Well, hang on a second, we haven't fired you." I wonder what type of shitfest will come from that part. That's one point. The second thing is, it is going to cost him quite a... I mean, if 10 cents a page is for Pacer, I mean, like, how many pages? I mean, there must be a couple of thousand pages, so that's going to cost him quite a bit. Right? It's going to cost him a couple of $100 to get all this printed out. Right? And the fact is, he still needs to, right, on here, except for the previously ordered response by plaintiff Doc 131, this matter is stayed until 30 days from today to allow defendants time to relocate new counsel. If new counsel does not enter an appearance within the 30-day period, then the case will proceed with the defendants representing themselves. So basically, the judge has gone, I don't give a shit. You represent you. Yeah, it is going. The shit is going to hit the fan. You know what I mean? Bruce has made the biggest mistake. The fact that he has to, right? He has to basically now give them this order. So what we now need to look for is a reaction from them, because there's going to be a reaction. Because if the Krampons haven't told them, I doubt very much there's going to be anyone else who have got direct contact with them. Yeah, But anyway, Taz, what did you mean be nice? Can you explain that, please? Is because I called Bruce Matskin a prick? No, he is. Because the thing is, there's no evidence whatsoever to substantiate him being fired. There's no reaction from Lynette or John, nothing. Unless there is 100%, unless Lynette Preston or John Cook make an official statement saying that they have fired Bruce Matskin, all right, as far as I'm concerned, what he's done is lied to the court. Because there's been no proof whatsoever. Just his word. And this is why I pick on stuff like this, because at the end of the day, what do I have to take? If you turn around to me and you say, "Oh, I've just won the lottery," with no evidence and proof and nothing on paper or any evidence whatsoever, am I supposed to take your word for it? Please. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And I know a lot of people don't like it when I point this shit out, but at the end of the day, right, unless you are going to prove to me 100% that he's put in writing, dear Miss Preston and Mr. Cook, I'm hereby just to inform you, right, I have been dismissed from the case as your counsel. No, he's not, Taz. That's the thing. He's not. Right? Just because he has been terminated as the counsel for Lynette Preston, he is still their counsel until he has been sanctioned and until they have found other counsel. If they don't find any other counsel, they have to represent themselves. But until then, until the 30 days is over, right, he still needs to represent them. So the judge is keeping hold of him because the judge is going to sanction him. And I think that's what people are missing. The fact that yeah, exactly. He's perjured himself because he has made a statement that they fired him. There has been no type of response from any of them. Exactly, Roy. All right. So unless you can show me factual proof, 100% factual proof that they dismissed him, all right, he's lied. And this is why the judge has put in that in motion, right, that he has to send this motion, this document for 133, the document 133, right, he has to give this document to Lynette Preston. Not just one page, but both pages. He has to give the whole document 133 to them. But he no longer, yeah, exactly, no, Melody. He cannot file anything anymore. Right? So, yeah. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't think that Lynette Preston or John Cook or TC or anybody. I mean, the only person who's got any type, right? TC is an absolute idiot, right? We're talking about Thomas Collins here. We're talking about Biscuit Boy here, right? He is an absolute idiot. But the thing is, he has enough common sense. If he is paying attention to all this, I think that Lynette, Preston and John Cook are already fully aware what's going on. But by law, he has to hand them over a copy of this document to them. Yeah, he is part of the case. Right, so he now needs to look for a lawyer, because now that he's been terminated, he's been removed from as counsel. Right, he is now a defendant. So, yeah, he is fubard. Yes, he is. Wait a minute, what am I missing here? Going to need them today. We have to deal with the fire marshal law. Someone burnt down Mum's property. We think we know who it was and who did it. Oh, shit. Mary, sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Why do people? I don't know. I hope you're right, and I hope that person goes to jail for a long time. So you have my support. But yeah, I mean, the fact that it says here, right? Wait a minute. When the action required magistrate judge dismissed under. Wait a minute. Is that one? Is it not? No, it's not that one. Where is that one? The right defendant's copy. Right. Okay. Let me go back. Order the motion to withdraw the attorney 126 is granted. The proof matter is the lead for further representation. Defendant's case on the reserved jurisdiction. Therefore, the clerk shall notification is blah 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 blah. Stay for 30 days. Right, and here produced with defendants representing themselves. Attorney briefs Matskin terminated, signed by magistrates. So basically, yeah. See deadlines, one for every deadline for clerk to check status to stay regarding appointment of new counsel by the 14th or the 5th, 2025. I doubt very much. No, Mary. Let's not say things like that. No. I love you too, Taz. I mean, I'm being funny. It's just like when people say things, I like to make sure that I know exactly what they're saying. So that's why. I mean, I hope there was no offense, but but boy, people are posting. Oh God. I mean, oh my God, that Mr. Magoo, Mr. Loofman. Oh, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. You are an absolute idiot. You try to jump on that gravy train thinking, oh my God, is that Lisa Lee? Oh my God, she looks like she got hit by the freaking short bus and then asked for the registration. Oh my God. And who the hell's that? She looks like fucking Nosferatu from that. What's that freaking film? Nosferatu. There you go. Tori, don't take a picture like that with the nose and your mouth open, because you look like something from that horror film with Nosferatu. There you go. No, no, Mary, don't apologize. Don't apologize for that. You don't have anything to apologize. Don't apologize. Don't apologize. When you steal my coffee, which reminds me, I need to go and get a coffee in a minute. Need to put the kettle on. I can't wait until we do part 3 of that NTSB story with Squid. Oh my God, my head is pounding from that. Jesus. I mean, hey, Squid, you know that we've opened Pandora's box on that one. Registration. Yeah, well, she didn't get the registration of the yellow short bus that hit her smack bang in the face. I mean, look at her. And then they want to judge other people. Oh, yeah. This is what gets me, all right? Fat shaming people or shaming people's one, but when you have a little bit of a giggle and a bit of a laugh, right, and you take the piss out of someone, it's not meant in malice. It's meant as a, hi, Amago, welcome back. It's not meant in malice, and it's not meant in a negative way. Right? It's meant in satire. But the thing is, a lot of people seem to, try to body shame people and stuff like that. I don't give a crap if they're fat, skinny, short, fat. I don't care. But I will have a laugh. I will use some banter, And to be perfectly honest with you, if they're on board a ship and that ship sinks, I'm putting a rope around their waist, because at least then I know I won't sink, because they will float. But the fact that they actually tried to body shame and they tried to attack people and they used a negative, it's but anyway, guys, I'm gonna sit here for a few seconds and just read this. What the hell? Why do people use AI? Why do people? Oh, Marley Hughes. Bruce was not fired. Okay. Wait a minute. That's Marla. Marla Screws. Oh dear. Our fans fired. One person go, Marla, according to the filing, he was fired. Marla Hughes, no, he asked JP MP to excuse him. Okay. Who the fuck is JP MP? Who the fuck's JP? Wait, what? Who the hell is JP? Oh, wait a second. Does Marla Hughes still think that John Cook and Lynette Preston are still married? God, that woman. I tell you, when it went, if brains were made of dynamite, she would be too dangerous to blow her nose, let alone touch a light switch. Seriously. I mean, look. How many kilos of illegal smoke does Germ have in his shed of his property? He already showed a few kilos on one of his vlogs. He must have more. What the hell is wrong with people? Oh, wait a minute. It's an anonymous participant. There you go. There's no IQ on that one. Oh, my word. Oh, my God. Anyway, let me pay more attention. Yeah, I mean, I had the pleasure. I had the unfortunate pleasure of actually interacting with Marla Hughes and her multiple personalities, and I shut her down extremely quickly. Who else was it? Kimberly something, I shut her down quite quickly as well. And then there was, who else? Oh, Joy Joyner, yeah, that sick freaking humanoid sitting on a shitter with the door wide open, so a 4-year-old could. That's disgusting, to say the least. But who else have I come across? Terry, what was it, Silver Spoon or whatever. Oh my God, there's so many people in that Facebook group. You know what? Sometimes it can become very entertaining when you press these people's buttons, especially when you just say something, you know, like it when it hits when it presses that button, they get all emotional, and you just go, "Thank you very much for that entertaining comment. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time for the same type of entertainment. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye." And they hate you. They hate it. They hate it when you laugh at people. When you actually look at people directly in their eyes and just laugh at them, they hate it. They hate it. All these people who try to get under your skin, you know, and you have to have thicker skin when you go on the internet, because there are people out there who, like me, who will just sit there and laugh at you. Missy lady, you're lucky I don't time you out for an hour for saying that. How dare you put down the Hunchback of Notre Dame? That man worked really hard to make that that bow on his back look good. That man was a very good employee. You cannot put the Hunchback of Notre Dame in the same category as the Krampons. And by the way, it's with a K. You know, I mean, seriously, madam, you should be ashamed of yourself. Go to your room. How dare you? That poor man, you know, Hunchback of Notre Dame, bless his cotton socks. He tried so hard. I mean, he's fucking strong as hell, but, you know, picking up a really large pillow. Has anyone ever seen the black and white version of the Hunchback of Notre Dame? You know, the one from 1933. I think it was 38, or was it? No, it was 28. 1928, they filmed the Hunchback of 92. I think it was 1928. And it was a silent movie. And the guy richly picked up a freaking 50-ton pillow and just like lobbed it off. And I've been to Notre Dame, actually. I've actually been to that church. I've stood there in front of it. And it's right next to a river. And on the other side of the river, okay, it's quite close to the miniature Statue of Liberty on the little river. And there's like beaches down there. And they've got like the what do you call it? It's like the they got the Moulin Rouge quite close by, you know, and stuff like that. Hello, we know who Bruce Manskin is. But yeah, it's quite a nice place. I mean, they've got everybody there. You know, it's the black and white silent one. Hi, Aussie Jen. The black and white silent for the Notre Dame is the bell. No, so please don't put them in the same category. Thank you. Hey, David Green, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, and guys, please make sure you hit that like button. You know. I mean, please. Oh, was it 39? Right. So I got a year wrong and a day and a year. So I got, yeah, okay. So, because I was going to say 38, but then I thought it was 28. Yeah, okay. So I should have said 38 and I'd have been a year out. Right. Yeah, because if I can remember correctly, it was 1932 when Les Miserables was first filmed. And it was a French, Les Miserables was filmed, yeah. Now, I've watched all these films. Drink with me. Not sure. There was a song at Les Miserables that I heard. Wait a minute. I can't remember what the song was, but I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get copyrighted. Is it drink with... Wait, was it drink? One second. There you go. That one there. Drink with me 2 days ago. Wait a minute. No, let me hang on a minute. I'm gonna need to try something because I haven't heard this song and I fucking love this song. Where is it? 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 That one like that. Go back like that. I can't remember this. I can't remember the tune. Wait a minute. Wait. Today, going by to the life that used to be. Yep. Yeah, I fucking love that song. I'm going to sing that after the stream. Ha ha. Fucking love it. To be at the shrine of friendship, never say die. At the line of friendship, never run dry. Anyway, yep. I'm going to listen to that later. Sorry, I fucking love that song. I love that song. What am I doing? Am I doing no walrus cootie in chat, please? Wait, what? Drink with me today. Come on, drink with me. You'd be at the shrine of friendship, never say die. Let the wine of friendship never run dry. Here's to you, and here's to me. Oh! Do I care if I should die? Really? Would you weep, Cosette? If I fall, would you weep, Cosette? For me at all? Would you? Sorry, I'm so sorry. The stream is totally fucking derailed by myself. I mean, Taz, to be perfectly honest with you, Shara is an angel now. I know that a lot of people don't like her for certain reasons, but she's turned. She has proven that she was exactly taken for a ride like a lot of other people. You know, and I think, you know, it's just one of those things. I mean, it's a shame that I can't sing that song. I really, really, really like singing that song. To me, goodbye. At the shrine of friendship, never say die. Let the wine of friendship never run dry. Here's to you, and here to me. Oh, deep throat. Oh shit! I wish I could publicly say I've got Tourette's, but I don't. Sort of, not that I'm aware of, anyway. Yes, it's to me. But anyway, make sure you check out that link at the top. Anyway, has done a lot of damage just because she's gotten one good deed and does not wipe out all the bad she's done. Well, you know what they say, don't you? Sometimes it's better to forgive than to dwell on negativity, because everyone makes mistakes, Taz. And I thought, look, I'm not here to change your. I'm not here to change your opinion. But the thing is, when someone is blindsided or they don't understand, or they're trying to do something beneficial for a child, or they're trying to do something good, all right, and then they then get taken advantage of and everything else, and then. Okay, sometimes they'll do stuff, and then when it comes to the realization that they've been taken for a ride and everything else, right? People make mistakes, and people should always be able to be given a chance. And if that person has learned from their mistakes and shows that, then they have a right to be given another chance. And if they mess that second chance up, then yeah. But at the end of the day, no one should give you or tell you that you're wrong. At the end of the day, you can have your opinion. Does that mean that people agree with that opinion or disagree with that opinion? That's a different story. But I questioned Shara's motive as well at the beginning, and that's obvious because on my post, if you go to my post, I've made posts of it. And then if you notice, I came to an abrupt halt in regards to that, because I noticed way before other people noticed that, that I saw a change, because it was after, with Deuce Boy raising his voice on a platform one day, and I saw in her face that that was it. She had enough, and then I started seeing a change, and that's when she started coming out with the facts, coming out with the truth, showing people, because hadn't she shown people that Bruce had already organized a anti-what the hells and made statements that he wanted to destroy him. Now, hadn't she shown all that, no one would have been the wiser of what was going on here. No one would have been the wiser. So technically, right, we need to thank Shara for opening up that wardrobe and showing us what's inside that wardrobe, and people make mistakes. Now, Kaz, and anyone else who's listening, you have the right to your opinion, and I respect that. And I'm not gonna say anything to that, but I just want to say, look, people make mistakes, and when they learn from the mistakes, and like a lot of people, she was taken advantage of, not in a physical sense, but in a, like a publicity way, and in a way, so was I. I was taken advantage of by people so they can get clout. And so have I, Taz. I've gone above and beyond. I've sat here in my live streams and I've proven multiple people to be liars, multiple people to be dishonest. And look what happened to me. I got ridiculed and attacked from every single angle. Not that it bothered me, but, maybe if I was a female and, I don't know if I'd have been treated differently, but, yeah. But guys, this is not, look, I get everyone, I get everyone has an opinion, but let's keep it peaceful. Let's keep this conversation peaceful, because at the end of the day, right, everyone has a right for their opinion. Even if it's, at some point, when all this is done and over with, people who are right in the middle of it, who can't speak at the moment because of restrictions, because they're witnesses and stuff like that. All right. Once this is all done and the cases are done, then the individuals can actually then speak freely. They can then sit on their platforms, or they can write and say, hey, this is what happened. Here's the proof, Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, just because of what's happened in the past and that the way she is, trust is earned, and it's going to take a while for many people to trust her. Some people trust her because they see what's happened. Yeah, I'm a wolf, but I'm also a sheepdog as well. Because do you actually know, this is fact, what does a sheep and a turtle have in common? And being anyone who lives in Wales or is Welsh will know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, I know that, Taz. I know that. And something else, Bruce. Your comment, well, Spawn, if you wasn't such a bad boy and a truth seeker, you would be a follower. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't follow anyone. Because the thing is, it'll be very hard for me to follow something that, I mean, please explain what you mean as a follower. Because I'm seeing two different versions here. I've got like about 2 or 3 different versions going on in my head. So explain that. Explain that comment. Would I be a follower? What's the question? I would say, what does a turtle and sheep have in common? What do they have in common? Anybody? I mean, if Lynette Preston would be in here, she would fucking know. I doubt very much she would know either. Drink with me. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, that's what I do. I have always been told that I'm a loner, that I'm like one of those, I appear from nowhere and disappear, and you never know if I'm there or not. Like I prefer. Say, for example, Rory, Chaz, Nashua, or a couple of people come in and say, "Hey, Sport, this and this and this happened. This and this happened. Oh, you need to go and check it out." I'll go, "Okay, thanks very much. Appreciate that. Really great. Yeah, thumbs up, all that good stuff." But what I would do, I'd go from one person who said what, I'll go and check that out. Then the other person said that, I'll go and check that out. And the other person said that, I'll go and check that. The other person said that, and then go and check that. And then I would go and check out one individual. Then I'll check out the other individual. And then I would find the truth about, and I would spend probably 2-3 hours or something like that looking for all the factual stuff. And then I'd look for all the because the thing is, what you have to understand, when people pass on something they've seen or heard, right? You have to remember that it's like Chinese whispers. If you've got 20 people and you start from one side, and by the time it gets to the middle, it's already changed, right? So 99% of the time, or 90% of the time, by the time it gets to the middle, right, from the original line that you said to the first person, by the time you get to the middle, right, 90% of it will no longer exist. It'll change. It will have changed by then, right? So by the time it gets to the end, it will be a complete different comment, right? Try it sometime. Even in a community, try it with like 20 people, right? And what you'll do, you'll notice. But you need to make sure that each person is about a foot away from you, so they can't hear what's being whispered. And you'll notice the change in the wording. And that is the first thing you need to take into consideration when you do research. Because when you do research, you need to make absolutely sure. For example, I'm going to use Bruce for an example. Bruce said certain things in his comments and his responses, and there were certain telltale signs. So what I did, I then done the research. So I already knew the truth. I already knew what he was going to say. But when he said it, there were slight deviations in it. For example, when he wrote a segment, right, in the legal newspaper, there were certain parts in it that he did not disclose. But I already knew about it. But the thing is, in the newspaper, he disclosed it, but he didn't disclose it personally. And then a couple of months down the line, he is sitting on a platform with Michael Fulp. And he's being interviewed by Michael Fulp, right? This is how this guy first appeared, right? One, there's a connection, right? Let's look at this as a bigger picture. When you do research, you're looking at a bigger picture. You're looking at connections, knowledge, communication, and quite a lot of other things. But the connection is the most important thing, right? Is the story connected to that story? Is the person connected to the story from that story to that story? Is the person connected to that person whose story corresponds with that story? And is that story connected to that story that's connected to the third person? Who's saying untruths about you, Taz? Taz, I'm sorry, but I'm not understanding you because of the fact that I go by facts and proof is why people on both sides hate me. And you know something, I really don't care laws. Facts and proof is. I don't understand what you're saying, Taz. Either I'm confused or I'm not understanding what you're saying. So I apologize if I'm not understanding. Or is there a conversation going on? No, I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying, Taz. This has got nothing to do with what you're saying. Just, this has got nothing to do with what you're saying. Okay, so just calm down a little bit. Yeah. All right. This is not about you, Taz. Okay. So just relax a little bit. This has got nothing to do with you. I mean, if I need to sort this out, I'm going to sort this out, and people are not going to. You're not going to like how I'm going to sort this out, because the thing is, like having an emotional outburst. The thing is, you need to make sure you need to explain what you're talking about. Because I don't look. Everyone has a right to say what they like, but don't have a one-sided conversation. Because I'm a bit confused of what the hell's going on now. No, you've never contacted me. No one has. I don't need other people to ask me to check things out. I do that for myself. So please don't sit in here and say that, because no. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'll tell you one thing. My mm-hmm. Right, Taz, let me make something absolutely clear that you understand it. 1 minute you're talking about Shara and other people about your opinion and everything, and I've said to you that your opinion should be respected. All right. I then used an example of my own type of research. Everyone can do their own research. That is entirely up to you. I do my own research, and I was trying to explain how I did my research. I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. I haven't got a clue what you mean about contact. You've never contacted me. Now, here's one thing I'm going to say to you. I strongly recommend that you just stop, take a breath, step back, and just relax for a second, because you're making statements that are untrue, right? I don't know you. I just know you from different channels. But here you are, right, making statements that are, I think you're misunderstanding what's going on. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to just stop, okay? Because, like, I am not in the mood for this anymore. All right? I'm not in the mood for people to try to antagonize or try to make, like, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. All right? No one is saying any untruths about you. And, to be perfectly honest with you, I haven't got a clue what you're on about. All right? You say that you don't trust, you don't trust Shara and someone, I can't even remember someone else now. Now, I'm giving you the benefit of doubt, but I'm telling you right now, cease, stop. Okay. No one is talking about you. No one is talking to you in regards of, like, whatever. Just stop. All right. Okay. I am talking about something completely different. So if you've misinterpreted that or misunderstood that, okay, it happens. Right. But I'm being as polite and as respectful as I possibly can. Please stop. Take a breath. Just step back. All right. And just, because it's not just about you. Okay. Other people do their research. Other people listen to other people. All right. No one has contacted you. You haven't contacted me. Taz, what? Please be careful what you stayed on here with my name connected to it and my line of work. I could not have falsehoods. What the hell are you? Taz, please don't come back. Oh, for fuck's sake. What is wrong with people? What the fuck is wrong with people? A normal civil conversation turns into a shitstorm. Don't come back, Taz. Don't come back. You're no longer welcomed here. I don't want you in my stream. You're done. Take care. Bye-bye. Auf Wiedersehen. I gave you enough respect as it was, but you're no longer welcomed here. And from now on, moderators, if you see that individual in here, right, she is immediately to be 24-hour removed from this stream. I am done with people playing emotional freaking mind games. Take care. Bye-bye. All right. No one knows you. No one knows who you are. And I don't really give a shit. You have your opinion. I respect that. But when you start dictating to people and start telling people what to do, what they can and can't do, right? I don't care. I don't care, Tammy. Look, then she has addressed me a couple of times in her comments. Okay, there's a big difference. Do you see JC in my name here? No. Right. So please don't start twisting it. It was addressed to me. I am done with people trying to play the mind games and try to do, oh, you can do this, oh, you can't do that, you can't do this. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, for me, okay, it's about the facts, the truth. Now, all of us are sat in this channel and watched all this and watched this transpire and see what was going on. So, with the utmost respect, Tammy, for me to sit here, JC, who's JC? Wait, what? It was not you, Taz, was talking with JC. JC, who the fuck's JC? I swear to God, I'm going to start fucking pounding shit in a minute. JC, are you a troll? You're a troll, aren't you? Mm-hmm. You're a troll, aren't you? I don't think you understand the terminology about pounding, right? Pounding is this, JC. This is what pounding is. Like if I start pounding people out of here, this is what pounding is. How about that? There you go. There's your first lesson about pounding. All right. All right. So there JC. There's your first lesson of pounding. Oh, did he? Oh, right. Okay. So I need someone contact Taz and tell her my apologies. I will remove the freaking Jesus Christ. Oh, do I need to fire my admins and get in some yeah. And you know what? And do you know what? I mean that account's only been alive for 2 years, so I got a funny thing. I know who that was. But anyway, so please, someone pass on the message. Please pass on the message to Taz that I totally misinterpreted what, because I didn't see the actual name. So my apologies to that. You know, we all make mistakes, but I'll tell you one thing. Yeah, JC, here's a Vascu. I don't know if you like to play games, all right, but you fella, okay, one thing I can say is this, right? When you actually have an account with one subscriber and you started May 16th, 2022, it does make you look like a complete idiot, doesn't it? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, it's just, I don't know. You know, it's I don't know. It's just one of those things. But because obviously you've come in here to troll, you know, you see, because for me it's quality, not quantity, right? So you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Oh my God, it's like dealing with children. Oh, Jesus. Right, and you're no longer welcomed here. So I'm going to put you there. And I'll put you there. Goodbye. And now I need to make sure that someone can get a message to Taz and apologize on my behalf. So Taz, if you're out there, yeah. Yeah, but Gail, when I do make mistakes, I put my hands up to those mistakes. Yeah, and I did make a mistake. And the thing is, you know, someone should have actually said something. Taz should have said something, but nothing was played. Nothing was said. So, you know, who are you going to blame? Simples. You know, and at the end of the day, like I said, it's quality over quantity. It's quality over quantity. Who may be listening? I don't care. Gail, stop pressing buttons. Stop trying to scaremonger. I do not. Let me make this absolutely clear so everyone understands, because I'm getting sick and tired of people playing games. That's a capital I, don't, that's D-O-N, you know, abbreviation, that little dot up there, and then T. Don't give, yeah, G-I-F-G-V-I-E, right? Give a flying cahoots what anyone says or thinks about me. If people want to come and play games in here, okay, they become part of You Are the Weakest Link. All right. I hope Taz is listening, because I feel like a dickhead now. All right, because like I thought that was directed at me, but obviously I didn't see the JC Voscoot, right? But that person is no longer, you know, so administrators, disregard the Taz part. Look at this JC Voscoot idiot. That name comes in here, yeet, 24 hours every time. And if so yeah, my apologies. Oh God, you know, I love a little bit of blood pumping. It gets my adrenaline going. You know, on that note, I'm gonna go. Do you know what? On that note, I am gonna play this little tune while I go and make myself a quick coffee. So enjoy.
Bruce was strutting down the avenue bold, but the gavel came down and the story got cold. He missed the judge's call, he skipped the scene. Now he's locked up tight where the walls ain't clean. He said his client cut him loose, no deal, but the truth slipped out like a spinning wheel. Pro bono lies wrapped in a smoky haze, caught red-handed in his own charade. Oh Bruce, you can't run from the truth. The bars don't care for your silver-tongued sleuth. The judge is laughing while you try to explain, but the courtroom's loss is the jailhouse's gain. He claimed the cause, but his words rang thin like a card shark bluffing who can't cash in. The robe and gavel saw through his disguise. Now he's swapping suits for those orange stripes. Now the jailbirds sing as the echoes rise. Bruce shakes his head with his alibis, but no pro bono tale can save the day when the law's got you in its iron sway. Oh Bruce, you can't run from the truth. The bars don't care for your silver-tongued sleuth. The judge is laughing while you try to explain, but the courtroom's loss is the jailhouse's gain. Jailbirds sing sing as the echoes rise. Bruce shakes his head with his alibis, but no pro bono tale can save the day when the law's got you in its iron sway. Oh Bruce, you can't run from the truth. The bars don't care for your silver-tongued sleuth. The judge is laughing while you try to explain, but the courtroom's loss is the jailhouse's gain.
Now you pre-bull buddy, well buddy, real pre-bulls bucks. The truth, the dog room's loss is the jailhouse's gain. You claim the cause, but his words rang thin, like a card shark bluffing who can't cash in. The robe and gavel saw through his disguise. Now he's swapping suits for those orange stripes. Now the jailbirds sing as the echoes rise. Bruce shakes his head with his alibis, but no pro bono tale can save the day when the law's got you in its iron sway.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh. Do you know, I think from now on, I'm going to do this. If I don't understand what you're talking about, I'm going to delete your comments until you can basically explain what the hell you're on about. But there you go. Anyway, so we're about 2 hours in. So we've had a little bit of drama in here today, so yay. Someone who gets hold of Taz, please send my humble apologies. But the thing is, she did put my name in front of some of the stuff, so I don't know if that, if it was just saying yes, Spawn doesn't do that, or she was addressing me. So at the end of the day, if you don't explain, or you don't explain it in a way that we all understand, and obviously it's going to be misinterpreted, and unfortunately misinterpretation happens a lot in this whole saga. So but one thing I am going to say is this: don't play games, because I'll yeet you. My administrators, they will yeet you. And I think I need to start writing a name up. So basically No, my darling. What I'm saying, Gail, is that if people start shit and there's missing communication and people are not understanding what's going on, then what I will do, I will delete the comment and say, look, explain what you're saying, to make it a little bit clearer. Hi, Mama Joe. It's what I mean. Because sometimes even my patience runs out, and I am getting sick and tired of people trying to manipulate, how I talk or what I say or whatever people say. And everyone should have the right to have a constructive out. They should be able to speak without being judged. And if they do say something that needs to be judged or needs to be addressed, then that will happen. Yeah. Okay, so it's one of those things where people need to look. You need to think before you type. And I get it. There are some people who struggle to type. They struggle to formulate it in a sentence that people understand, and some people can misinterpret or misunderstand what's being said. So hence, that's why I always give people the benefit of the doubt. But if I have to yeet someone out, and then I find out that it was actually not me or someone else, but it was some absolute pleb coming in trying to press people's names. Now we know that pleb has been removed. Taz has been, verified, and now she can hopefully come back. unfortunately, I've removed her from the ban list, and hopefully, if when she comes back, she can come back in. Unfortunately, I don't think she'll be able to come back in today unless I can change it. No, she's not on any of the ban lists. So she'll be able to come back in tomorrow or when I go live again. And I'm just looking forward to the hail of anger coming towards me by her. I know I'm going to get my ass handed to me by Taz, and I already know that's going to happen. So my apologies to Taz again for misinterpreting or misunderstanding what was going on. So please, someone who knows Taz, please pass that message on to her. It's unfortunate. But anyway, what I was saying before all that shitstorm happened is the fact that when I do research, I find the connection between people. And I found a connection between quite a few people. That included Shara as well. And I gave my opinion about the whole thing. However, I then saw a change in that behavior after Deuce Boy started becoming very rude towards females. And that then confirmed that he was an absolute chauvinistic little prick. And I think that's when Shara actually realized what was going on and then started to distance herself from him. And, and he's clever, but he's not that clever. The amount of times I've got under his skin and I've tiptoed and tap danced around in his brain for free. I've lived in that guy's brain and in certain other people's brain for free for a long time. There are people I mention, there's people I don't mention, but I still live free and, rent free in their brains. So, well, the place where their brain's supposed to be. Am I being vindictive? No, but, there's a lot of shit I could say, but I don't, because at the end of the day, it's a waste of time. I'd rather go for a good dump on the throne. I'd rather go and sit on the throne and let my legs fall asleep, or so. But in regards to Taz, my humble apologies. I hope that you get the message. And I hope that you understand that, in future, you need to make absolutely sure who you are addressing, because I didn't realize you were addressing someone else. I thought you were addressing me. So no, I've never been in contact with you. I've never spoken to you privately. I don't even know who you are. All I know is you as Taz, and and I'm going to respect that. So there you go. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, children! You just can't let the kids out alone, can you? Oh, yeah. So, what was I going to say? Talking about phones. Do you want to hear something really funny? I get a phone call today about an upgrade to my cell phone, and I got this pair, and this guy, this guy's an English speaker, and I said to him, he's going on about the contracts and everything else. I let him talk, and I went to him. I said, what benefit would it be for me to change my phone from the one I've got now to the 16 or the 15 or whatever? Oh, they're bigger, this and that. I said, yeah, but there's a problem here. They went, what's that? So why do you try to fix something that's not broken? And he just started laughing. He went, well, uh-oh. 1 second. I just been told I'll go and check something. Oh my God, people are so emotional. What is wrong with people? Wait a minute, what day is it today? Tuesday. God, is it time of the month or something? Jesus. Fucking, are the Reds playing at home? I am getting so sick and tired of this shit. But the moment do you know what? The moment I start fucking putting the hammer down, start panning, let's have a look. I don't get it. So I just been messaged. I don't get it. Anyway. Hello. 1 second. I just need to go to my happy place for a second. Oh man, people just need to grow the fuck up. What a stream, though. It's been a good stream. Yeah. Anyway, who we? Oh, here comes host pickup. I don't know. I am so confused right now of what's happened, and you know what? I am going to put it down to benefit of doubt. I'm just going to put it down to, lack of a breakdown in communication. But I'll tell you one thing, though, if it happens again, yeah, hosh gosh, oh my gosh. All right. So anyway, right, so I hope everyone is having a good day, good time, and I appreciate everyone's, I don't know, it's funny. It's interesting. I mean, everything seems to be, I don't know. But I appreciate everyone's candor, and I appreciate everyone's, it's full pink moon time. Yeah, do you know what, Nina? I'm starting to think that, like, there is a freaking full moon. Actual fact, let me check. Is there a full moon? Let me check. Is there a full moon? Is there a full moon? Wait a minute. Full moon? Is there a full moon? Full moon calendar. Oh shit! No. Let's go back one. No, it's the 15th today. Okay, so basically, oh wait a minute. No, we just had a full moon, so the next full moon is March the 14th, then April the 12th, then May the 12th. So we're 3 days late. So basically, the next full moon is May the 12th. So basically, make sure that your windows are closed. Yeah, but Jesus, and a bit of a name calling. Yeah, Lisa, what happens? Like, oh my God, I'll tell you one thing. Right. Anyway, I asked you a question earlier on. What does a turtle and a sheep have in common? Come on, people. That's why I asked you. What have a sheep and turtle in common? What do sheep and turtles have in common? And don't Google it. All right, I'll tell you. All right. Sit on my face and tell me that you love me. Fart and squirm like a deer. Anyway, right. The sheep and the turtle, when they are on their back, they are unable to get back onto their feet. That's one thing sheep and turtles have in common. Yep. If you see sheep on their back, okay, help them get back onto their feet, because with their wool, when they are fully wooled up, when they've got a large coat on, right, they do struggle to get back onto their feet because the wool settles in the grass and it just becomes like a platform. So they're unable to get back onto their legs. Yes. But you didn't know that. I wonder if Fleabag knew about that. Oh, has anyone heard about this as well?
I didn't say that.
Wait,
No, not our Reenie. This is someone who commented in a video.
There's a former Marine Corps officer living in 29 Palms, California, who is a world-class piece of shit. I've got your number. Keep messing around.
Mom! Happy birthday, John! We're going to give you a fifth. By the end of the night.
Any former Marine who behaves like that and attacks a child is exactly that, a piece of shit.
Amen.
Find a shotgun, put it in your mouth, and pull the trigger.
And pull the trigger.
Right, that there,
Oxygen thief.
that, okay, I don't condone. Even if, like, you know, even if you like or dislike the person, I don't condone that. But, right, I don't know what it is about Americans and saying that everything is a threat. When someone says something like that, it's disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. Right? But it's not a threat. It's not a threat. Because what you have to understand, there's a difference between a threat, right, and a suggestion or a indicate, you know. Right. Yeah, because that is not a threat. If I said to if Lisa said to me, go and get a piece of rope and jump off a bridge, is that a threat or a suggestion or a sarcastic sort of like belittling of an individual? That's not a threat. If Lisa, for hypothetically, would say, I am going to get a piece of rope and I'm going to throw you off a bridge. Now that is a threat. Okay. There is a big difference between a threat, a suggestion, and just someone being a complete arsehole. Now, this is not the first time this is being used, right? And whatever goes on between fucking Swamp Boy and other people is nothing to do with me. But one thing I need to point out, people need to stop playing the victim when someone says something that it's the wording, okay? Because if I was a cop and someone phoned me up and showed me that video, I would go, that's not a threat. That's not a threat. And the fact that people, I don't know who this individual is, and it's not just this individual, but a lot of people have been putting this up, and I've seen it myself. Funny enough, I actually did some research on that, and I did come across that, and I listened to that about 3 or 4 different times. And in fact, I actually let a couple of friends here listen to it who are cops, and I also let my queen listen to it. And I said, "Is that a threat?" And they went, "No." That's basically someone like saying, you know, take a run and jump, or, you know, go, you know, it's like, I mean, I'm not going to say it on here, but the thing is, it's not a threat. That is not a threat. Now, when it comes to Swamp Lizard, yeah, he is actually an unhinged, delusional fucking idiot. Right? And the fact that he has lied through his teeth, and it's been proven that he's lied through his teeth, But the fact that, you got people going, oh, you need to report them. You report them to the police. You watch how much the police will say. Because that, that's wordplay. You're using wordplay. They didn't make a threat. It was more of a suggestion. People they would just laugh it off. Yeah. Now the thing is, Gail, if you said that, that's different. That is different because you are omitting of committing a crime. Now that's different. Yeah. Well, yes, Lisa. Yes. Yeah, I agree. But they were not threatening. They were not a threat. They are menacing, but not a threat. And I just get it. But there's a big difference. Like Gail just put that comment. And by the way, I would delete that. By the way, Gail, because people would think that you're some sort of chainsaw massacre individual. Like, but the fact of the matter is that there's a difference in wordplay. It's very it's like Gail just said, "Oh yeah, I like to unalive that." Yeah, that there. Now that would get the police knocking on your door because you've just made a statement of something that you've done. But the thing is, when you make suggestions in I don't know how you say it, like in gist, right? There's no I would, or there's no personal sort of involvement. It's more of a like, oh, go and fuck yourself. It's just like if I said to Lisa, oh, go fuck yourself. Yeah. Does that mean that Lisa would then go down to the next nearest adult store, buy herself a 16.5-inch rubber dildo, and I mean, come on. I mean, that's a joke. That's satire. That's a bit of banter. But the thing is, there's a difference between threats, statements, and basically just go, well, go and fuck yourself. That's exactly what they're saying. Go fuck yourself. But they used, unfortunately, they used a pew within that sentence. Well, the thing is, on here you can see facial, and there's definitely a dislike. There's definitely a dislike in with this clientele. And to be perfectly honest with you, that's why I didn't get involved in that, because at the end of the day, I will stick to my statement that I said when I first heard that. I said, that's not a threat. That's just a fucking statement of, going for it. That's basically someone saying, go fuck yourself. But in them words. What? Yeah. I mean, what do you mean? Like partner in like, partner like, under the blankets type of partner, or, or do you mean business partner? David. Come on, David. Come on. Die. God, I hate this. I hate this latency shit where, I have to wait like 2 minutes for okay, so when a sheep is lying down, can it get up? If it's on its back, no. You'd have to, I mean, if it's been sheared, right? If sheep have been sheared, then they'll just roll over. But if they haven't been sheared and they've got a large woolly coat on, then they struggle to get up, because obviously the wool's like 1-2 inches thick and it just softens, and next you got like a little platform. Yeah. Exactly, Lisa. Exactly. The buzzwords are being manipulated to suit. It doesn't help to resolve anything. I mean, that's why I ignore most of these books. Yeah. That's why I just ignore them, because they're just full of crap. I mean, like, who? I mean, you know, the guy has got a little bit of clout. Yes, he was on Swamp Brothers, right? I slow down the chat. If I slow, I slowed it down to 20 seconds. Oh, wait a minute. I did slow it down to 20 seconds. Why did I slow it down to 20 seconds? Let me do it this way. Let me keep it at 10. That's better. There you go. There you go. There you go. Right. There you go. There's a reason I kept it at 20 because it helps me fucking catch up, you know. But yeah, these guys are absolute idiots. And the fact that they're involved, you know, the fact that they've been involved in so much drama and toxicity in regards of all this. I love you, Bruce. You're playing fucking games now. So, lol, you don't, etc. to complain. Wait, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Stop doing this. Right, that's it. I'm just going to... Do you know what? You can listen to this now. I'm going to go and sulk.
Bruce walked in with a swaggered grin. Judge's gavel dropped with a solemn spin. Said you missed your date, now it's time to pay. The cuffs click tight, no running away. He mumbled a story about a pro bono plight. Said his client had vanished into the night. But the courtroom knew it smelled like a tale. Bruce's excuses were starting to pale. Oh Bruce, where'd your truth go? Caught in a tangle of the lies you sow. You're out of jail. Now you're heading downtown straight to jail. The cell door slammed and echoed deep. Bruce sat down in a heap of defeat. He whispered low, this wasn't my plan. But the walls don't care about the fall of a man. A lawyer's charm can only go so far when the judge is staring at who you are. Bruce, you danced on a razor's edge, but your feet slipped right off the ledge. Oh Bruce, where'd your truth?
Do you know, I just realized... wait. Can you... wait a minute. Can you hear me? Oh, fucking hell. Now what? Oh, shit. What's going on with my microphone now? Oh, it is working. Right. Do you know what? I totally forgot. I got a song here that I want. Wait a minute. Is it this one? Yeah. Here you go. This is the song that I think is the funniest one. Enjoy. Yeah.
Sunrise, creepers spilling gold on my dome. Sitting in the zone, thoughts heavy as stone. Bruce got decisions, coconuts or retreat. Courage in the balance or a coward's defeat. Waiting for the outcome, truth or disguise. Watching the horizon, fire the skies. With circles, the torch in the lights. World keeps turning a surprise. leaving marks in the dirt. Tongue sharp, cut deep, they aim to hurt. Bruce in the shadows, will he step to the fight? Or vanish like the stars when swallowed by night? Remember Lisa, and Tori spit, don't swallow. The talk gets heavy, the stakes rise high. Figures pointing, but no one asks why. Tails twisted tighter than a fresh knot tied. While the sun keeps coming, no place to hide. Waiting for the outcome, truth or disguise. Watching the horizon, fire the skies. Lisa, Lucy, torch in their lives. World keeps turning, no surprise. Coconuts cracking, a silence so loud. Bruce gotta decide, stand out from the crowd. The lies they weave, sticky like sap. But truth gon' sting, it'll break the trap. Coconuts cracking, a silence so loud. Bruce gotta decide, stand out from the crowd. The lies they weave, sticky like sap. But truth gon' sting, it'll break the trap. Waiting for the outcome, truth or disguise. Watching the horizon, fire the skies. Lisa, Lucy, torch in their lives. World keeps turning, no surprise. Focusing on the outcome, truth or disguise. Watching the horizon, fire in the skies. Lisa, Lucy, torch in their lives. World keeps turning, no surprise. Leaving marks in the dirt, tongue sharp.
Listen carefully.
To hurt. Bruce in the shadows, will he step to the fight? Or vanish like the stars when swallowed by night? Remember Lisa, and Tori spit, don't swallow.
Yes. Yes. Remember. Anyway, right, guys, we are now moving on to, well, we've done the recap. Stay tuned. All right, there's more to come. Now, let's go back to that one there. If you've got any questions, this is the time to ask the questions because I'm going to be calling it a day. So you've got a few minutes to ask any questions you like. I mean, at the end of the day, if I want to answer them, I will. If not, but go ahead, ask your questions. Feel free to ask your questions. And I shall wait. I'll give you enough time, but I'm not going to wait all day. In Australia, 3,000 is small. Sheep don't have horns. So if you got any questions, guys, go ahead, ask. I'm waiting. I is waiting. If there's no questions, then I'm going to call it a day. And I just want to thank, yes, I just gone back down. Looks like the JC decided to unsub. Yes. Quality, not quantity. It's quality, not quantity. Spawn Trooper, any new movies? Yes, there's 2 coming up. I'm not going to discuss them right now, but at some point they are going to be discussed. We are going to have a guest on only for a short period just to discuss some of the movies and that. There are specific reasons. And then basically, but there's definitely a couple of films that we're going to talk about that actually have real life historical backgrounds on them. So yeah, you're going to enjoy them. Texas, hugs. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, there's quite a bit of lag on today, so yeah, it's just one of those things. That's YouTube for you, and that's also the latency. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, so there's definitely going to be right. How is my day? My day has been absolutely fantastic. Obviously, looking at all the crap that's been going on over the last few weeks, the deceptions, the lies, the dishonest. I mean, everything. It's just despicable to say the least. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm a bit disappointed in a lot of people who allow themselves to be dragged into it, where they should just like go, yeah, well, could have called that. 2, what's for supper? Well, I think I'm going to be. Well, we're going to have some what they call it. It's like a cold pasta salad with, ham with onions in, pickled onions and stuff like that, and some cut up egg and everything else. And then I think we're having steak tonight. 3, where so I sleep while I'm over. You're going to be in the shed. 4, much love. Yeah, no. You're not getting a reach around. Right, that's from Bruce Manskin. And by the way, you're famous, Megan Fox. Not that Megan Fox, our Megan Fox actually mentioned that name. If you ever plan on playing any good games, yes, I'm actually considering buying a racing game. I've been neglecting the game playing for a while now because I've been concentrating on this court case because I knew it was coming, but I just wanted to witness myself. But the gaming is going to start again, Oh my God, Bruce. Do sheep lay eggs? Well, when they shit, they lay little fucking chocolate eggs. I mean, if you want to try them. I love movies that's historical facts. Yeah, you're gonna like these. Big Dirt. Spawn, do you ever plan on playing any good games? Yes, I do. Like as I said. Ollie Jen, Spawn Trooper question: would you consider putting up a notification like an hour before you go live so we can click on to get notifications? Do you know that's not a bad idea actually? Aussie Jen, that's a fantastic idea, and I will talk to someone to show me how to do that. I think I'll do that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. That's a very good idea. Thank you very much for that. The internet is running so crap, getting worse. Yeah, I had some steak and some black pudding. Good for you. Aussie, right, good idea. That's a bloody good idea, actually, Aussie Jen. Thanks very much for pointing that out. That's something that should be considered. I could just put like a notification out, and then when I do go live, obviously I just delete the notification. Yeah, but I need to be shown how to do it. Ugh. Any more questions? If not, I am gonna make like the wind and blow and go. Thank you, honey. It would be appreciated. No, not a problem. I have one thing I have noticed over a while now is that people are not receiving notifications, and I am not the only one who's got that issue. So I appreciate that, and I will try my best to make sure that people get notifications. So, but yeah, there you go. Right, and if there's not any more questions, then obviously we're going to call it a day. And I would like to thank everybody for coming. I really appreciate that. And make sure that you keep on top of all this. And at some point, I'm gonna talk to Squid to see what she thinks about this Snow White debacle that's been going on. That is freaking hilarious. So yeah. And Disney's lost a lot of money on that one. Yeah, they've lost a lot of money on that one. Rachel Siegler. Yeah. Delusional and disturbed is an understatement. But anyway, guys, I hope you all have a great night, a great day, and everything else. But I am going to call it a day. And make sure you go and check that link out at the top. That's for Sart Mitch, who needs a little bit of support. He's also a former veteran as well. So please go and check it out. Go and have a read. And if you want to help the guy out, please do. He generally needs a little bit of support. And I can tell you one thing now: I don't just put up GoFundMe's just for anybody. All right? I do want to see transparency and proof, and I have received that. So please, if you want to go and help someone, you want to pay something forward, then please go and help them out. And I hope you do, and God bless you as well. But on that note, we're calling it a day. So thanks very much for coming. I do appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, and God bless you, and I'll see you soon. On that note, yeet.
Spawn trooper riding in the night, heart of gold but ready to fight, standing tall doing what's right, shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I gotta keep, breaking chains, leaving
Host Picker, I've just seen that comment. First of all, I'd like to say I'm sorry to hear that. And the thing is, you have to understand that sometimes nature has certain ways of, dealing with stuff like this. But your daughter needs to discuss it. She needs to sit down with you, with the father, and and basically sit down and discuss it, and be told that she's got all the love and the support there if she needs it. And I would also make sure that you at some point get a doctor's examination and then take it to the doctors. Try not to sort of go down the medication route, because the thing is, when you take medication for something traumatic like this, it takes away your thought process, because she needs to be able to deal with something like this. She needs to be able to address the trauma and obviously everything that's what's happened. So I would strongly recommend that you sit down with her, you talk to her, reassure her that this is just nature's way of it's just one of those rings it's one of those cogs in a big machine, and just take one step at a time, and don't push it. Don't force yourself onto it. Allow her to naturally deal with this. And if she asks for, if she needs help, then be there for her, all right? Because it is a traumatic situation, all right? But tell her that, that it's, I don't know. I mean, the only thing I can really say is communication and go to see a doctor. Yeah. Gail, I have responded to Hose Picker's question. It's okay. Stop panicking. Right. Go and basically just support her. Right. Just support her. That's the most important thing, is the support. Right. Is, for her to be able for her to know that she's got people there who will listen to her. And that's the biggest thing, is to listen. Okay. And then just get an appointment with the doctors, and and then get the doctor's opinion, but try to avoid medication to hi Annie. Try to avoid medication that affects one's ability to think. Okay. And my prayers and thoughts are with you and your daughter. And basically just positive thoughts, but don't force her reaction. Allow her to react, okay? All right? Because, there's so many, miscarriages are caused by so many different variations. It could be health, stress, it could be anything. All right, it doesn't mean it's her fault. It's not. All right, miscarriages can happen through so many different reasons. All right, and this is why I'd say go to see a doctor, and if you're not happy, get a second opinion. All right, and then go from there. But try to avoid medication, and if natural, communication doesn't help, that's when you can start looking at medication. But it needs to be medication she can wean herself off after a couple of months or a couple of weeks. But something traumatic like that can last for a while. Okay, so I hope that helps. All right, but try to be positive, and she probably won't want to talk to people or for a couple of days, and just allow her, once in a while, just pop your head in going, how are you doing, do you want to talk? If they go, no, I don't want to talk, okay, then, and then just say, okay, I'm here if you need to, 24/7. If you need to, just come and talk to me. All right. And if she doesn't want to talk to dad because dad's in the room, then say talk to her privately then. Okay. All right, and just keep it nice and calm. All right, and remember, you're listening to her, not the other way around. You're listening to what she's saying and not what you are saying. And you are also, you need to have her interact with you. So you need to listen to what she says and use leading questions to show her that when she's talking to you, she is in a safe environment. Because when someone's in a safe environment, they can then relax, and then they don't have their guard up, and then they will be more honest with their answers and with what they're saying. All right. So, host pick, I hope that helps. Okay. Just take one step at a time. There you go. That's the best. Right at this moment, that's the best I can think of. But just don't force her to talk or her to, yeah. And I know it's upsetting. I know it's upsetting, but just take it one step at a time. All right. Okay. Because the thing is, there's going to be a lot of unknowns. Why? There's going to be a lot of whys. There's going to be a lot of what happened. Why did it happen? What caused this? There's going to be a lot of questions and there's going to be disappointment. There's going to be, she's going to feel like she's done something wrong. She's going to feel dirty. She's going to feel, very insecure. You need to be that pillar of support. It's not her fault. Nature, the human body sometimes has ways of, playing really nasty jokes on you. And unfortunately, miscarriages is not a joke. Right, and it's caused by multiple different reasons, and the only people who can explain what happened or why it happened is the medical professional. Okay, but when it comes to the individual's mindset, you need to be there to support her. All right, no criticism, no negative. Just be normal, just like every day. Just carry on doing what you're doing, but you need to reassure her that you are there. There is a DMZ between a normal day, right, and people doing what they're doing, right, each other's lives, and there's a DMZ. That DMZ is the zone where you can say to her, "Say, look, I am so sorry for what's happened to you. I am so sorry for what's that's it's happened to you, and if you ever need to talk, you talk to me, you let me know. You'll talk to me as your mother, and you'll talk to me as a friend. It will, but you need to be, your heart will hurt and it will affect you as well, but you need to be there for it. All right. So that's the best thing right now I can say is just be there for her. Just give her that, just offer that hand out and give her that DMZ, and then just basically back away, and then let her figure out the primary emotions first. And then once she's because the thing is, she probably might start to blame herself, and you need to reassure her that it's not her fault. Okay. Right, and remember, listen. You need to listen. Right? And if she asks you a question, oh, why did it happen? Why did it happen? Right? Then you can answer with two responses. One, I don't know, my darling, but we're going to find out. Or two, we're going to the doctors and we'll find out. But I need you to work with me so I can work with you. Exactly, Amago. Just being there, being that pillar of support. That's the primary, most important thing. She needs to know that. All right. But if she doesn't want to talk to dad, then she, when dad's around, then that's fine. All right. Because it's a woman's thing. Yeah. And she'll feel more relaxed with you. All right. Sometimes daughters, if they got siblings, they want to have their sisters around, irregardless, but the mother, you are the pillar. Right. Anyway, so I hope that helped, and my sincerest condolences, and my thoughts are with you and your daughter, and and I wish you all the best, and I'm sorry to hear what's happened. Okay, but hopefully that's helped. But on that note, I am now going to be like the wind and blow. So there you go. I when I saw that message, I obviously I had to stop everything and come back and then give you a little bit of support there. Okay. All right, but try to be positive. I know that it'll be hard for you as well. And Ken, dementia is slow, but just write things down, Ken. Just write things down and don't let it grind you down. Do research on dementia. Just do research on dementia and be positive. But it's always positive thoughts, Ken. Okay? Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. So you take care. Please look after each other. Please pray for each other and support each other. All right? And Ken, dementia, don't worry about it. Just write things down. Just start writing things down. All right? And make sure that you got a book with pictures of people that you relatives and that. And then just, it takes a long time before you don't realize who, what. So just take your time. But on that note, I bid you all adieu. Take care, guys.
Spawn trooper riding in the night. Heart of gold, but ready to fight. Standing tall, doing what's right. Shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I gotta keep. Breaking chains, leaving pain behind. Calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around. Justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again. In the dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know